A few days ago, we had Wendy Williams. She had one of her shows, and Wendy Williams was talking to a Michael Yo, and they were talking back and forth about COVID-19 and his struggles and his rebound, because he was able to rebound from that diagnosis from testing positive. And he made a statement. She got really, really emotional, and he basically said to her, quote, "No one, Wendy, no one deserves to die alone," end quote. So she said that, he said that to her, and she got very emotional and she started crying. And a lot of folks were feeling that she had relapse and could possibly be um, doing still again, you know. And that's never an easy thing to say, because you never want to hear or see someone relapse. It's not good news. It's never good news. But what do you think about it?
I tuned into the first week, or I'm sorry, the first day that she broadcasted live from her home. I want to say it was Monday. All these talk shows now are going remote in their broadcasting from home because of COVID. And I feel, first off jump, I feel like we all have our struggles, we all have our vices. I feel like a lot of people give her a hard time. You know, we're not Wendy, we're not her doctors, we're not her family, so we don't know directly what she's going through. But I will say, as a viewer, watching her show on Monday, when, you know, that was her first day that she broadcasted from her house, it honestly was a struggle to sit there and watch. You could tell that COVID is affecting her. You know, these are people that are used to doing their job, coming in, attending meetings with their staff and departments, and then going out and doing their show with a live studio audience.
I felt really sad that folks were going straight to that. Hopefully it's not the case, because the thing about this whole quarantining, it's easy for me because I'm such a homebody, I'm such an introvert, but it's tough for other folks that really enjoy being close to just people like Wendy Williams. She really loves that connection. And the thing about it is, what you're looking at, we're looking at folks now. We have a different amount of time on our hands. And the tough thing about having that type of time, sometimes don't know the best way to always use that time, probably not using it in the best way. And I hope, I pray that's not the case, but it's real.
I agree. I'm glad we feel similar on this. That this article from HollywoodLife.com, they said that, you know, while Wendy remains in good health, she did go on to explain how the pandemic personally affected her. Wendy's statement on this is, quote, "I'm done judging couples and why they love each other. There's certain reasons for relationships and there's certain reasons for why people do things the way that they do. I'm over it. This virus has really put just a little piece of virus on my judge mentality, even though their business is our business." And Wendy also noted that she probably won't be back in studio until at least July 1st. So I'm excited to talk to Rachel Simone and see what her take. I'm going to revisit this story with her. She's a multimedia journalist here in the city, and, you know, she's going to be able to talk to us about more in depth about how COVID-19 is impacting all of us on a mental health level. But
I do want to say one more last word this before we leave it. The thing that triggered Wendy Williams during this moment, during her show, was the fact that Michael Yo said that no one should die alone. And that made me think immediately about how this whole experience can be, this whole quarantining can be isolating for folks. They can feel isolated. That's why I'm not a big fan when folks say that we need to socially distance. Got to make sure that we're physically distancing from each other, but still staying connected, calling each other as much as we can, FaceTiming as much as we can, having arguments about Donald Trump as much as we can, you know. It has to happen. That physical distance is a priority, but still maintaining our connection is even more important.
So that's the last of our topics for today's show. As always, Mitch, I love you regardless. Your opinion is always welcome this week.
And he just used the L word and directed at me. Watch our first test run on YouTube and you'll piece it together. It'll make sense. It's going to be interesting. Watch that video.